Hi guys, welcome back to Falafel Reacts. Thank you so much for being here. On this channel, we react to girl world content, and because so many of our girls are also scammers and grifters in some way or another, it's just got me thinking a lot more about scammers in general. And when I started this channel, I also downloaded TikTok for the first time, and I set up a TikTok for my channel, or like just to kind of hold my channel name through TikTok. And I've been on TikTok last month, okay, for the first time ever in my life, because I'm not Gen Z, so I wasn't really on it before. And I have just been discovering so many niches, so many like strange little, what is this? Oh, it's just the thread. So many like small niches and just interesting slash crazy slash very concerning things on TikTok. And one of them are the people trying to get me to join their MLMs. And the way that they do it is so insidious. And I've been looking into it a lot, consuming a lot of the content, and I'm noticing trends. I'm noticing certain things. So I thought we would just look at some MLM TikToks together, and you guys can let me know what you think, and I'll let you know what I think. But it feels like ubiquitous. It feels like it's all around me. And someone has tried to recruit me in MLM before. Yeah. And the person denied. And I was like, I think you're in an MLM. And they were like, no, what are you talking about? I'm like, no, you're in an MLM. Not like you thought you were going to convert me. Like, no, I'm trying to convert you. I'm trying to like free you from like what you're in. It didn't work out in either direction. Yeah, but I thought we would watch some of them. I just want to explain MLMs for anyone that is not aware, because I'm not sure how popular they are abroad or out of the country. We will get to this, okay? Because yes, we will be looking at unicity, and yes, unicity for some reason I'm finding is targeting Middle Eastern women and like Arabs. So you guys remember Unicity? You guys remember Chantal Foodie Beauty's Unicity like MLM? Was that hand in hand with her like converting and like trying to be Arab? Yeah, I don't know, but we'll get into all of that. But first, I just want to give a background as to what MLMs are. MLM stands for multi-level marketing, and it's a business model where participants earn money by selling products and services, but they can only do that once they've recruited other people to join the business under them. So typically what they'll do is someone will be like, oh, you want to join this company, you have to like spend $500 minimum or like $1,000 minimum on products, and then your goal is to recruit people to buy more products. So every person's earnings comes partly from their own sales of product that they would have bought, and then partly from the percentage of sales made by the people that you recruit. And so you'll hear this term a lot called downline, and that's just like the downline of the recruits. And MLMs can get away with this because they operate in a legally gray area, but a lot of them function like a pyramid scheme, right? Where like the super uber rich are like very few on top. And then as you go down, there's way more people, a lot more people. And then those people are usually the ones getting screwed. It's also a pyramid scheme because it prioritizes recruitment over actual product sales. That's what makes it hard for people to make a profit, like the people at the bottommost part of the downline, but it obviously allows higher commissions for people at the top. There has been a history of the FTC in the United States shutting down the Federal Trade Commission. Yeah. Shutting down a lot of MLMs because once they investigated them, they were like, oh, you're just a pyramid scheme. Like, so that is very, very common. And they will try to recruit you anywhere. Like they'll come up to you in person. That's like a very common thing. Depending on your demographic, you might get recruited for different things. And here are some things that I've noticed before we get into the TikToks. I noticed that insurance and financial MLMs target people of color, this is what I'm noticing from social media and from people in my life that have been in that. So like pretty much minorities, like if you're Black, Hispanic, Asian, Middle Eastern, male, you get targeted for that. I don't know why, but, and I'm not saying I've never seen like a white man in like a selling insurance MLM. I'm sure like that's a thing, but I have not seen it. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but I literally have never seen like a white guy, like a white American guy selling MLMs. So it leads me to think that it's like it's marketed towards minorities. I've been trying to figure out like, why is that a thing? Is it like a cultural thing? And like if you're Asian or Black or Hispanic, like maybe you have a larger family, and so I don't know. I'm trying to think about like the family dynamic. Is it that you have a larger family and so you're more likely to want to take care of them? And so you are more prone to like this get rich quick. I don't know what it is, but I'm just telling you, like, this is what I've noticed. I don't know why. And then for the beauty and hair care, like cosmetic MLMs, they heavily target single moms and stay-at-home moms. That's just like the trend I've noticed both ways. Obviously, I'm not saying that like there are no high-powered women that, you know, get sucked into MLMs and that there aren't any like white people selling life insurance MLMs. I'm just saying that is the trend that I've noticed. I don't know. Maybe it's wrong, but the person that tried to get me into life insurance MLMs was like a friend, but like they were also a person of color. And everyone in his like MLM group they were all like not white, all of them. So I don't know. That's not like the only reason I'm basing it off of. Also like through TikToks and yeah, let me know if you guys like are deep in the MLM space. Let me know if you guys share that judgment, or I mean, it's not a judgment. It's just like this is just something that I've noticed. So we'll get into it.
Right now, because it's allowed me to diversify into different businesses. I own a yacht chartering business. I have a car dealership. I have, you know, pretty soon an exotic car rental company. I'm only telling you guys these things because I want you to know what is available, what is possible for you guys. I'm no different than anybody in this room. I'm a first generation immigrant. I was born in...
You see? But this is just like the first one that I've clicked on. But do you see what I'm saying? So in this situation, this is like a common method where the person trying to recruit you, they all have like a similar cadence where they talk really fast and like, I don't know, they talk really fast and there's not much meaning behind their words and they're dressed like super fly. And look at that room, like everyone looks like they're Hispanic or they're Black. And what did he just say? Like he's like talking about himself that like he comes from an immigrant family. So he's like probably trying to make that connection with people. It's just such an interesting, like, why is this a thing? Maybe I should just Google it.
I came here at the age of 3 years old, saw my mom cleaning houses, you know, growing up, seeing my dad as a mechanic, not having enough money to pay the bills.
See? Oh my God, wait. So what I said, maybe that is a thing. Maybe because the person that I know that was trying to recruit into an MLM that is an MLM, and this is like a common thing if you're like the child of immigrants, like you are your parents' retirement, you are your younger siblings' college fund, like you play a larger role in your family's life financially, monetarily, long term than like American or maybe like European or like white families. And in a lot of ways it's like good to like take care of your family, and in a lot of ways it's not good because there's no like respect of boundaries. I'm just keeping it real, okay? I always said if there is negative things in my culture or in the culture that I see, I'm going to call it out, right? Just because we're part of a culture doesn't mean everything in it is correct. So that's kind of why I thought that maybe they're like, you get prone to like this whole get rich quick scheme because the burden of that on your shoulders is a lot. And so when you get someone trying to tell you, oh, you want to make a ton of money, you want to make this and that, it's also just so funny that like no one is sitting down. Everyone's just like standing around like this is obviously not a professional operation, even though you're running your mouth. But I also have an extreme aversion to like the the salesman type people. Like, I don't know, just like the trying to sell something to someone. It's like, how can your job be trying to sell something to someone and it not involve a level of like schemation? I don't know. But then there are like legit jobs that are like sales. So surely it cannot all be deceptive. And in this case, I mean, they're not selling a product. They're selling a recruit to buy into. They're selling like a false dream so that you can enter it and buy into it, if that makes sense. They're not like trying to sell you a car where you leave the lot with a product. They're trying to sell you the idea of look at what you can become. Look at how much money you can make if you invest in this thing.
I left the house at 15, started working, you know, whatever jobs I could, worked my way to the top. Eventually, once I was, you know, at the top, or so I thought, I was making $250,000 a year. This was in 2015. And this is the information that I came across.
Why is there a baby crying in the background?
Is that if I didn't change what I was doing, would I repeat their lives in 1 year? Anybody know? 52 times.
Wow.
In just 1 year. Every single Monday they wake up to an alarm clock. Every Friday they go party. Every single...
That's another part that I really don't like about a lot of this recruitment method is that it relies on, it's fear-based, but it also relies on putting down what most people live, the reality of most people, which is like the 9 to 5, the regular job, the clock in, clock out. And I feel like there's so much shame put on that choice, on that lifestyle, especially with social media. There's so many get rich quick, or like do this on social media, or be this, or live like this. And so he's saying like people just repeat their lives throughout the day, because like every day you wake up, you know, with your alarm clock and you go into the office and this and that. And it's like, okay, but what's wrong with that? Like there is a level of comfort and stability in that. There's like, if selling me your thing relies on shaming something else or another lifestyle or another person, I don't know, I will be more questioning of that. I will be more skeptical.
You know, holiday, they go maybe once out of the year, if that. Most people don't even travel. And they do this for 40 years of their lives. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely don't want to live that lifestyle. No. Even ninth stream of income.
That is crazy. And the people in the background saying, no, no. Yeah. And I believe this is, what is it? I'm reading the comments. It says it's, Primerica or Forex, which I believe sell life insurance. There's also like crypto schemers out there, like trying to sell you crypto. Ugh.
Write this word down. Vision. Whoever has the biggest vision of where they're going in this business is going to win. I guarantee it. I swear on everything. People from year one could not out-recruit me. Not because I had a house, because I didn't.
You see, like the focus is on recruitment. No one can out-recruit me. No one could out-recruit me. I'm the #1 recruiter. That's the business model, is to recruit. It's not to sell a product. That's pyramid schemey. Okay, so in all of these, I am going to see who is trying to sell me a product, because that's how it starts off, right? It starts off, they're talking innocently about a product, they're showing their hair, they're showing something, and then we find out that they're trying to sell it. So I'll be looking for like hashtags, if it says like partner or seller, or if they're engaging in a weird way in the comments, that's always a good tell. So let's see this one. This is a good example of it. Okay, so she's showing her hair care routine. Okay, all the products. And then she shows her huge hair. Okay, looks beautiful, beautiful, amazing hair. I don't believe that products give hair like that. I don't. I truly don't. And it's so deceiving to try to show hair like that and then products. But okay, it's all by one company. There we go. Hashtag Monet. Monat. I think is how you say it. Monat. Monet. Eligible for commission. There we go. There we go. Hair. Healthy hair takes consistency, the right routine, and products that actually work. Monat changed my life inside and out. How much is it? No reply, but someone says, wow, looks great. Thank you so much, Lauren. Have you ever tried Monat? She's literally trying to get people to buy this stuff. I mean, she's not hardcore selling it, but let's go to her account. Oh, hair care junkie. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, yep, it's showing more hair. This is still, yep, hashtag Monat, hashtag eligible for commission. Because they need to get recruits. So that's what it relies on. I don't like this whole, I mean, this is a huge thing on social media where like they'll show something. Like I'll be like, oh my God, look at my skin, look at my skin. And then, because I know that it looks nice, and then people will tell me, oh my God, your skin, like, what do you use for it? Because we've been so conditioned to believe that we have been so conditioned through like marketing, through social media, to think that anything positive we see, the only answer can be a product. That's the only answer. It cannot be that it just occurred on its own. And I would argue, in fact, that most of the time it's not a product. It's like genetic predisposition and lifestyle. I think the #1 marker is genetic predisposition, and the second one is lifestyle. And then at the very, very end, some products do some minor improvements or changes to your hair, your skin, your health, your weight, etc., etc. It's all been brainwashed, it feels like, to think that, first of all, that there's something wrong with us, that we have to change it, and that the only way to change it is to buy something. And that's where I feel a lot of the MLM marketing for women is based off of. That's what I feel like it's based off of, because a lot of it is beauty products, right? It's hair and skin and makeup, right? Like Mary Kay and all that. And it goes after the insecurities that women often have in our culture, which relates to their physical appearance.
Monate as a market partner, as a professional hairstylist, despite the fact I knew I was probably going to get shade and negative comments and some judgment out of it. First of all, I honestly have gone through so much this year, I don't care anymore. I don't care what people think anymore. I do things for me, and if people don't agree with that, that's fine. They're not paying my bills, so I'm going to do what works for me.
I don't even know what she's about to talk about, but the fact that she's the preamble is so defensive tells me that she knows what she's doing is wrong. First of all, she's a hairstylist, so someone that is in a great position to sell hair products to people. Second of all, you're selling Monat, which is part of a pyramid scheme MLM. Already, you're an unreliable narrator. Second of all, if I click on your account and I see, because if I see that you're literally trying to sell this to people, and I wonder what her angle is going to be. Okay, so she does hair. Like, okay, look, that's her link tree on her account. Shop my hair products. What is it going to be, you guys? What's it going to be? Oh my God. It's not even like, it's just like the Monat website. $71? $64 for a niacinamide glow serum? $63 for a hair supplement? What is in the supplement? What is in this? No. If they're trying to sell me $63 for biotin that you can get from Costco, that you can get from Sam's Club, that you can save up the coupons from Walgreens and CVS, and I'm about to lose my, what's in this? What's in this? Why is it taking me forever? Okay. Vitamin A, okay. Vitamin C, vitamin E, a multivitamin. Just have a multivitamin. This is the scam of all scams, okay? Like, are you guys seeing this? These are just like vitamins. Like, go to Costco, okay, and get the store brand gummy vitamin, okay? And it's like candy and it's way cheaper and it's in bulk, and wait until it's on sale. It'll be like $3.50 off. No, this is so scammy. I don't care. Like, what are the pills doing? Do they add a year of my life? And even if you get it $54, no, like, I don't, no, I just refuse. I refuse to spend this much on, for 30 capsules. How many do you have to take a day? How many do you have to take a day? I'm losing my mind over this. This is based on a study with only 55 participants? You're kidding me. And this is only going to last me a month. This is only going to last me a month. Someone shut this down. Okay, we got to mass report this. Like how the GoFundMe was mass reported. We got to mass report this. This is theft. This is like daylight robbery. For biotin and niacinamide, for vitamin A, for 44% of your daily vitamin A needs. Mind you, this girl in the ad had a blowout. No one wakes up with hair like that, okay? No one. Man. Okay, let's finish listening to her. I just went off on that.
I'm a single mom.
Do you guys see what I'm saying? Do you guys see what I'm saying? And I hope no one's taking it the wrong way that I'm saying that I feel like the financial MLMs target men of color and that the female ones target single moms. That's just like what I'm noticing. I'm not blind. So like I just, whatever I see, whatever my eyes perceive, I'm going to say.
Essentially grown my business in the last 2.5 years.
Okay.
And I have really big goals and things set in motion for my business.
Okay.
Because they're just things that were put in my heart, and I'm one of those people, when I put my mind to something, I'm going to do it. My brain doesn't turn off. It's the ADHD in me.
I just don't get it. Like, if it's a company that has an independent website, like we just visited and we just saw, why does it need all these people to sell it? Because I believe that how it operates is that there's not the startup capital to buy all the product. They rely on the recruits, because the recruits will buy like $500 to $1,000 of inventory, and the company does not have to spend $500 to $1,000 creating it. Someone else has paid for it. You're like literally paying the company to develop. It's like Chantal. You know how Chantal wants us right now to pay her for her content? She's like trying to recruit us to pay her for the content. Except it's like a one and done. An MLM wants you consistently recruiting.
Opening a salon and supporting my booth renters the way that I want to support my booth renters takes investment. supporting my bridal team the way I want to support my bridal team.
Okay, it's been a minute and 6 seconds where in TikTok world for like TikTok brain people, that's like a lot of time spent. So tell me why it's been a minute and you still haven't told us why you're going to start selling these products. You've not said anything about the products. You're just talking about my business, my business, my business, my business.
I'm supporting them with education, both from me and from others. I want my bridal team to attend classes. I want to fund them to attend classes. I want to help them succeed.
When someone does this, you know that what they're talking about is a fact. I'm acting like I don't constantly use my hands to talk.
That takes investments.
Okay, okay. Then get a business loan. Get a small business loan. Or save up money and cash flow it.
In order, like this year was a big investment year for me.
Okay.
And in order to fund these investments,
okay,
growth, I have to physically work. I have to work 50 plus weddings. I have to work 3 to 5 days behind the chair while my daughter's in school. And then when I'm not working physically, I still have to do back end work. I still have to look through emails and work with my...
She's just describing work. I'm over this. Okay. I think what you're trying to say is I would rather scheme people so that I can passively make income off the scheme as opposed to have my income be tied to the amount of work. Okay.
As a stay-at-home mom and a
You see, it's either stay at home or single mom. Okay.
full-time caregiver, I was looking for a way to bring in some extra income, something flexible that I could actually manage from home. So I decided to open up my own Monate business in a box.
It's not a business, okay? Like getting tricked into becoming someone's recruit where you have to
As a stay-at-home,
she had to front. She had to front money. I don't believe it was just $150. I don't believe it. I don't.
home mom and a full-time caregiver, I was looking for a way to bring in some extra income, something flexible that I could actually manage from home. So I decided to open up my own Monate business in a box. I spent less than $150 and look at everything I got. Full-size luxury products, tons of samples, a free
Right, but you're not going to sell those. That's like you literally paid for like your marketing bag. You're not going to sell those items because they're single items. They're for you to try and use, but you're not going to sell those. That's not the product that you're buying to sell.
Site and free training that walks you through everything step by step.
Okay.
There's no monthly fees, no inventory, and the potential to earn commissions and the bonuses depending on the time and effort you put in. It started with just shampoo for me, but it's becoming something so much more. If you're curious of thinking about starting something like this, just message me. I'll be happy to share what I've learned.
She wants more recruits. I don't believe this whole you don't have an inventory. I do not buy it. I'm going to her account. Okay, she's a Monet market person. Okay. It links to her Instagram. I'm confused now. I'm gonna look up Monet and act like I'm trying to join. Right, let's see. Opportunity. Okay, you're building a business. Okay. We've helped over 100 people reach the $1 Million Club. In 10 years, they've only made 100 people millionaires. Because that's the thing about all of these MLMs. They'll be like, are you tired of working a 9 to 5? You deserve to be a millionaire. You deserve to make passive income while you're sitting on your yacht. All this, and that. Like, that's what they try to sell you. That's like bad. That's bad data. Are they Hispanic? I don't know. I feel like these MLMs target people of color. I noticed Unicity targeting Arab women, Arabs in general. And I noticed on TikTok, oftentimes the demographic are Hispanic, mainly Hispanic women, I guess, but also actually a lot of white women for the hair products. Interesting. Okay, maybe you don't buy product. I just don't understand how. Maybe you have to, oh, maybe you have to keep pushing. Maybe, okay, maybe they get out of, you don't have to buy inventory because it's social media based. And so you just have to hardcore keep pushing it. Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense if we look at, that makes a lot of sense because a lot of the videos are like someone showing their hair and then just incidentally being like, oh, are you just curious about how you to get this hair? Just buy this stuff. Okay.
About 18 months ago, I was definitely anti-MLM. I had been a part of a multi-level marketing company when I was in my early 20s, and I got...
Okay, so you're tricked once. Are you about to tell us you were tricked twice, girl?
Absolutely burnt. It was a... it was
Name.
just a bullshit product.
Name and shame.
I have no idea what it was. I ended up... anyway.
Okay.
They said they would cure autism. That's how ridiculous it was. And that's when I just went, this is ridiculous. I'm not getting involved in this. So if you're looking at an online business and you're trying to figure out, and there's quite a few, like there's Arbonne, there's Amway, I don't know if they still exist actually. There's Enagic, the water, there's the oils, like there's Thermomix, there's...
The oils. Literally like the snake oil salesman. Literally that.
Tupperware, actually not in Australia anymore. And then there's Monat. There's quite a few big ones
Monat.
out there. The thing I love about Monat is it
Monet. Monet. So it's not Monat, it's Monet. Okay, and it is international because she's Australian.
Highly consumable product. Everyone washes their hair. Everyone washes their face.
Girl, I am not washing my hair. I'm not taking a multivitamin for $64, okay? You are delusional if you think that's appropriate to sell to people. You're insane. You're insane.
So your target audience is everywhere. Not everyone has a water filter. Not everyone can spend $7,000 on a filter. About 18 months ago, I was definitely...
Again, literally none of it is about the product itself and like its effectiveness or like having some kind of unique ingredient. That's interesting to know.
Baby, now you're one of us.
Okay. You cut your credit card bill in half with your first bonus check from Monet. This company is fire. On my way to pay off our debt by selling the skin hair care that I love. Oh, stay-at-home mom. Okay, I mean, I don't understand why this is an epidemic. Okay, yeah, it does say stay-at-home mom. Oh my god, yeah, I do feel like they target women that are like trying to get extra money. That's just crazy that like the whole model is built on getting more and more recruits. And just heavily advertising. I think what it is people buy it once and they never buy it again because they realize it's not worth the money. But there's a lot of people. So if you can get everyone just one time to buy it, I think, and the cost is so high that it makes it worth it. Okay. What is Monet? So how to get involved with this brilliant company. Top 5 reasons why. Become a customer. Become a business partner affiliate. Wow. Okay.
Money. 1, become a customer. We have an insane customer perk program, 15 to 25% off discounts, free shipping, free products, coupons, no annual fee, no monthly fees, no monthly subscription. You buy when you want, when you need. Since our products last literally forever, it's likely you won't have to buy more than a couple times a year. The second way to become involved with Monat is to become an affiliate and make money right away. You are a business owner the second that you join and partner with Monat. 5 reasons why Monat is a brilliant business decision.
Why? Tell
1,
us.
Our timing. We are old enough to know better, still young enough where we are not saturated. 2, we are consumable and we are necessary. Everybody washes their hair.
Okay, so these are like company talking points because this is literally what the other girl said. Everyone washes their hair.
Everybody in a household can use our products. Women, men, kids, and even pets. We also share something that once it's done, it's going to be reordered.
Okay, but look, you have not said anything about the actual product.
So it's consumable.
Okay,
4,
you've said
our
that.
Compensation plan. Monat pays 50 cents on every dollar to their distributors. They're paying out 50 cents to every dollar that they bring in. You can make up to 45% on commissions, bonuses, and perks like car payments. Yeah. 5, competition. And there is none. When you're looking in the direct sales arena, you're seeing who's
Direct sales arena. Okay, pyramid scheme, MLM, confession.
plant-based, anti-age products that focus on scalp health.
What the hell is anti-aging scalp? What the hell is an anti-aging scalp product? What is there to anti-age about your scalp? Like, this is part of the scams that they try to sell women, anti-aging, anti-aging. First of all, like, we're human beings, we get older. Shocker. But like, anti-aging scalp? Leave my scalp alone. I'm not paying, I don't care. I want my, actually, I would rather my scalp age faster than normal than me pay $64. I'm not doing that.
And promote hair growth, there is none. There is no competition. My tips for
Literally all of the pros were pretty much just like, they had nothing to do with the actual product, like at all.
success.
What's the hype with Monat hair care? I have dug into and done all the research, and I'm going to provide you with all the answers. I'm a licensed cosmetologist of over 20 years. I've been a product educator. I have done over 1,000
Product educator. That's a fascinating late stage capitalism title to hold, a product educator. You might just be a scammer. You might just be like trying to manipulate people and exploit their insecurities to then say, oh, well, incidentally, since we've been talking about this insecurity you've had for the past hour, here's a thing you can buy for $64.99 and it'll fix that. Okay.
special events, worked on TV shows like The Real Housewives of Orange County for quite a few seasons. And now I am a product educator online, and I am partnered with Monat. I tell you, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me witnessing the product performance and then diving in, because I have to as a product performance.
I mean, that looks the same. Your hair grew a little bit more. You got balayage. And the photo looks like nicely edited. I don't just like, I don't, what is, there's, you're not selling it with this picture.
Diving in.
So I'm first showing us TikToks of people trying to sell us the product so we can get their side. And then I also will be looking at people that like left Monat or left MLMs, or people tried to recruit them, or people on like the negative side of it, on the receiving end, like the reality of it.
Hey you guys, I'm so excited to hop on here with you guys and share that my box came in. Look.
Oh. Unbox day. Okay, this is her inventory, right?
I'm so super excited.
Is this an inventory she has to sell?
I am going to share what's in my box with
Yeah,
you guys.
share it.
These are all the new products that just launched at Monations 2025, y'all. I am super excited about every one of them. I think this has been my favorite product launch since I started with Monat.
What do you mean? What do you mean it's you love every single one of them? Like, and there's been multiple launches. I thought that whatever they were advertising was just going to change everyone's hair. Why do they have to keep creating iterations of it if the first one was fine?
A little over 2 years ago. And
Okay.
I am just super excited to share these with you guys, and to share what I use the serum every single day. And so I'm super excited.
Also, her hair looks regular. Like, it looks fine.
About being able to take this supplement and it working on my hair from the inside out.
No, this is the $64 one I was just showing you guys. No one's buying this. I'm not even playing this. If you are part of the TikTok affiliate, you can now link it to Monat to receive high commissions and bonuses. You see, there is inventory when you buy $200 of hair products, but he can't be mad because now you get to pay to recommend them and he gets direct deposits. Okay. Okay, so there is, it does actually need some level of inventory purchasing. It's just that you buy less because you use them in your videos and that's how it's marketed, as opposed to a company like LuLaRoe that sells the leggings, or they used to sell leggings and clothing. They've since shut down. You used to have to buy thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of clothes and sell them. Otherwise, you were stuck with it in your house.
The thickening shampoo and conditioner, and one big takeaway was the thickening shampoo is super thick and like actually thick, and you have to emulsify it. So you put some in your hand and you like rub it together, use a little bit of water, and you start to get it bubbled, and then I put it on my head. And it felt like really clean. It kind of almost smelled like tea tree a little bit. Then the thickening conditioner made my hair feel really soft. Now I'm using the leave-in conditioner.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just like very, very cynical, but I think that every product pretty much has the same ingredients and slightly different variations. And if it's soap-based, it's soap-based. And like, that's I don't know. I truly, I don't think any improvement in my life has been from, in terms of like physical appearance. I don't think it's ever been from anything I bought, unless it was a prescription. Like tretinoin for my skin has like transformed my skin. And my hair, I don't know. I use a different shampoo and conditioner every single time. I don't blow dry it. I don't use any product. I honestly think it's like genetic and then otherwise medical intervention and then lifestyle. I genuinely think that's what it is. And everything else in between, just like slight tweaks. I think I mentioned this in one of my videos where as long as you focus on the core things of your health, like eating well, exercising, focusing on your sleep, all of the other like things, like the green juices that they try to sell you, or like, oh, eat high protein, or like eat this diet or have that diet, or like take a probiotic and like take a prebiotic and then take this and take that. I think all of those make such tiny marginal improvements, and all of it's mainly like scamming. They just want your money. And that if you actually just focus on the core things that we know a human body needs, which is movement, healthy food, and good sleep and managing stress, then that has the highest impact. And everything else we just do because it makes us feel like we're doing more, but it's really just the companies taking money from us.
Cream. Put that all over my hair.
Like, okay, like how come men use a literal 17-in-1 product, okay? It'll be their shampoo, their conditioner, their face wash, their hemorrhoid cream, their toothpaste. I'm like being hyperbolic, obviously, but like they'll have like one thing for everything. And they'll have like these thick beards, the luscious lashes, the thick hair. They have to go get their hair cut like every 6 weeks. Like what? Why? I feel like men are like less susceptible to it because there's not as much focus on their physical appearance in society. I mean, yeah, for weight and like body type maybe, but I'm just talking about like in terms of like makeup and hair and all of that and skin and stuff. So how come that like that's fine for them? They also have human bodies. Like I understand men and women are like physiologically different, but they also live in a human body, and I have a human body too. So why can they live off of a 5-in-1 product and I need 27 different types? I just don't believe it. It's just a scam.
I do have thick, heavily textured hair. It's naturally curly, but I get a Brazilian blowout on it.
See, so we can't even trust you if you get a Brazilian blowout, which is like a treatment that lasts for several months, I believe. We can't trust how the products look on your hair.
Listen, when I was an uneducated hairstylist, I used to think that Monat sucked too. I don't even remember who was the OG who told me that rumor that it was...
Her hair looks fine. It looks like regular hair. It doesn't look special. It actually looks dyed, and it's not her natural hair color. It does not look so exceptional that I would be like, what is she using on her hair?
Bad for you, but honestly, I'm low-key mad at him because I would have started Monat a lot sooner and I would have already been an effing millionaire. But instead, I let people who have split ends and bald heads convince me not to do Monat. Well, guess what? Been here, locked in, on year 4, baby, and I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
So
a lot of these like MLM representatives for companies, a lot of their content, I feel like this is a directive from their company, is to actively try to put out content to dispel the negative conversations around MLMs and pyramid schemes, because they know that there's so much negativity in the space about it. So many of them have just been running their mouths about people don't get me, or you're gonna have haters, you're gonna have people that don't believe in you, you're gonna have this and that, and now this is like very Chantal and Amberlynn. It's like everyone's just jealous of me because like they have no life, they have no hobbies, they don't have a man. So only people with split ends and bald heads don't like Monet. I've never used it, and I would never use it because it's a scam, and I would not buy a scam product. And I am telling you with 100% certainty, you do not need a $64 vitamin that has like vitamin A, vitamin B, biotin. Like just get a gummy multivitamin. Just like take the Flintstones vitamins that we used to take as kids. Like that will probably do more than the $64 one, and it'll be way cheaper. So if selling your product relies on you telling me that your haters were people with bald heads and split ends, and that's why you didn't listen to them, then I don't really trust you or your product.
About to shake things up a bit on TikTok. You guys think you're mad now about Monat? Wait till it's on your back bar. Wait till it's on your back bar, baby, because we're professional. We're perfect.
I think if I saw those products in the hair salon, I would just leave. Honestly.
I have notes here because I don't want to go off track. Okay, over the last like
Okay, this is Arbonne, which is an MLM. And I believe this is an anti-MLM. Okay, I believe this is someone that was in an MLM.
couple years, you guys, like the world has changed, right? And I'm so grateful that God has given me this business. And we promoted to the top 1% of Arbonne in March of 2020. And right after that, you guys all know what happened. The hardest thing that I've ever accomplished in my life, and my team came together, slowly began to dwindle. And I'm basically declaring, I'm just gonna say it. I'm basically declaring that we are going national vice president qualification this month.
So Arbonne girlies are my favorite because of the drama. So she's super emotional because she had recruited a bunch of people during the pandemic.
Okay. Oh, okay. I think I understand what's happening. So the girl that was crying was in the MLM, and this is an anti-MLM individual who recruited a bunch of people during COVID, and a bunch of people left because the economy like was terrible and people were out of work. Okay, so now she's rebuilt her recruits to be top qualification for the top 1%. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So when you go to the top 1%, it's a pyramid. So you're at the top, and you got there because of the downline. People continuously buying product.
Here is a super quick rundown of the Arbonne opportunity. Arbonne is a 44-year-old legacy health and wellness company. There's over 450 consumable products. So there's nutrition, skincare, makeup, body care, hair care, toothpaste, deodorant. Arbonne follows the European standard guidelines, so they have banned over 2,000 ingredients on their not allowed list. Products are certified gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, non-GMO. There's no yucky artificial flavors, sweeteners, colors, fragrances, anything like that. Kosher and halal certified, plant
okay,
based, cruelty-free, vegan, and of course, B Corp. You can look that one up. It is $99 to start your Arbonne business. This gives you your own.
If I have to pay, I mean, I know that when you set up your own business, you have to put some of your own money into it. But the money is literally going to things of your choosing as opposed to paying you. Like I have to pay you or pay the company to buy. Like when I started YouTube, okay, I went to Best Buy and I spent $35 on this webcam. Okay. So like technically I had to pay. I mean, that's the only thing I did. And then later on, like I bought a mic and stuff, but okay. So then I paid, but Best Buy has not heard of me since. They don't know anything about me. They don't know what I'm doing. I don't have to report anything else to them. I don't have to continue to pay them. So yes, I put money into like this business. Okay, I bought this from them, but there's no continued expectation from Best Buy. It's not like every single time I put out a video, Best Buy is calling me up and saying, hey, how many views did you get? How many cents did you get? It's completely different from what she's explaining, which is the process of buying inventory as a recruit to then have to sell. That is MLM. And in fact, the first comment you see, how is this not an MLM scheme? And she says, but more importantly, what do you mean by scheme? So she's acknowledging that it's multi-level marketing.
Personalized website, your own URL, online franchise that's open in 6 different countries. So Canada, US, UK, New Zealand, Australia, and Poland. Tools, trainings, resources, stats, tracks. So as a consultant, you get the fun job of sharing these products and sharing the business opportunity. And I'd love to note to you guys as a consultant, you do not need to sell a certain amount of product every single month or purchase a certain amount of product every single month to remain a consultant.
Yeah, because they want you on the books either way, but there is definitely going to be a pressure to like, well, the more you buy, then the more you sell, and then the more you sell, the more commission you get, and then you'll become a millionaire, and then you can be driving a Ferrari, and then you can come on our brand trips. Oh, okay. This is what I was saying. Unicity, how it markets to Arabs. This is an Arab lady saying, what is this brand? Unicity. Okay. International health brand. I'm reading and translating because there's music in the background. It has a feel great program. It's a health program. FDA approved. You drink, it's, it has like an essential drink. What is it? Mashrubin asasiyin. Okay. Yeah, we know. Oh, okay. Okay, the Unicity Ultimate. Okay. I don't think this is the one that Chantal, like she did Unicity, but she did like the pre-drinks. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense to market this to Arab moms in the Middle East because a lot of them don't work. And so, you know, they're just housewives. They have their husband's money and they're like, swipe, swipe, swipe. Oh, this is a man. Okay, this is an Arab man selling Unicity. He said he's learning about selling stuff from his house and making money from home. Okay, and they have a lot of products that helps with diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and if you insomnia.
كنت باخذ لها علاجات كثيرة جدا جدا لكن والله بفضل الله سبحانه وتعالى ربنا يعني جس وقع لي في طريقي ناس عبارة عن ملائكة نازلين من السماء.
Okay, he's just using hyper flowery languages. He's saying it's only due to the grace of God and God's power that he sent angels from the heaven above to help with very similar products. I mean, come on, dude. You're literally going to invoke God? You're going to invoke God and the heavens and the angels for an MLM? Astaghfirullah.
أنا أول حاجة علمت يعني اتعرفت على دكتورة زهراء.
Okay, I'm not listening to the whole thing, but this is just interesting. This is interesting that Unicity has made its way into the Arab community. Why?
معلومة خطيرة راح تدعوا لي عليها. إذا حسيتوا نفسكم مشتهيين حلو you have a sweet tooth وما تريدون تاكلون حلو أخذوا شفة.
Okay, this is what Chantal was drinking. This kind of stuff. She's saying if you feel like you are craving sweets, just drink this and it'll curb that craving for you. Girl, no we're not. Dina. Girl, do better. Oh, and she's still pushing it. Oh, okay. This guy went from 163 to 153 pounds. I mean, it's calorie deficit. Okay, she's still pushing this. 20% off without doing anything. International shipping. Go to her link tree. Girl. This is like a middle age.
من سطوة الشيطان. طب أنا كيف بدي أتحرر من سطوة الشيطان؟ وليش هو الشيطان مسيطر على أمعائي؟ والله.
This is so interesting. Okay, this is very interesting the way that they're choosing to market Unicity to Arabs. And I'm sure other cultures are like this, but they're invoking a lot of like religious things to try to sell it. She starts off by saying, why is the devil slated? Like, why is he overtaking my gut? Why is he damaging my gut health? How do I release the devil from my gut? I don't feel like that phrasing would work to an American. They'd be like, what are you talking about? Like, I just have heartburn. But this kind of language like makes sense to Arabs and Muslims. They'll be like, yeah, like how do I get the devil out of me? Not all Arabs, obviously. I'm just saying, like, it's interesting how the way that you market a product obviously has to change to who you're talking about. But obviously, that's so crazy that's how they're doing it.
الشيطان. طب أنا كيف بدي أتحرر من سطوة الشيطان؟ وليش هو الشيطان مسيطر على أمعائي؟ والله الشيطان مسيطر على أمعائي.
Shaitan, yeah, Satan. Shaitan. Every time she says shaitan, that's the word for Satan. Like, this is just like a juice. It's like a hyped up juice.
إذا كل أكلك أندومي وشيبس وكاندي وشوكولاتة.
Now she's saying if all of your foods are Indomie and chips and chocolate,
وجنك فود ومقالي وبطيخ مسمر
fried foods,
دخان وسموم
smoking, high fats, sodas,
دخانية، فأكيد الشيطان مسيطر عليك لأنك تتبع هواك ولا تتبع هدى الله. طب أنا كيف بدي أتغير؟ لازم تتواصل معي. مالك أنا وراك ما إلك إلا أنك تتواصل معي. يلا.
She's saying the only way to get rid of Satan from your intestine and your stomach is to contact her. Girl, what are you selling? Hashtag Unicity. It's just so crazy because like this could be my mom. and she's and so every time I get heartburn, it's Satan. You guys, IBS girlies, okay? Your official diagnosis is that Satan has taken over your entire system, okay? It's Satan. It's Satan, girl. You heard it here first. If you want to get rid of it, contact her. No, please don't.
صباح اليونمنت أحباب قلبي. دايما أنا بصور لكم عن اليونمنت أكثر ما بصور لكم عن البالانس لأنه
She's like speaking. I don't know why her Arabic is annoying to me. It's like speaking in cursive. Is she Lebanese?
بكون بدي إنه مزاجي يتعدل.
Unicity.
الصبح تمام. وقت الوجبة الغداء بشرب البالانس قبل 15 دقيقة.
Okay, yeah, she's saying take a drink with every meal. That's what Chantal would do.
العشاء بتختاروا تشربوا بيونمنت أو بالانس في برنامجين أو 3 بظن في 3 برامج أنتوا اختاروا البرنامج بناء.
She's saying there's a bunch of programs that you can choose from. Comments are turned off. Hashtag Unicity, girl, no. Do better.
To their opinion, they don't. To their opinion, they don't. It doesn't matter. They don't matter. But once you get past that, you'll realize MLM, you can make a ton of freaking money. You absolutely can. It allows you to go into business, call your own shots, essentially. Okay.
How? You have to buy the product and sell it. That's actually a very limited scope for a business. You have to buy products from one company that usually, not always, but usually sell one type of thing. And they set the prices and you have to buy it and it gets shipped to your house and then you have to do all the work for them. You're doing all the work for them. You're doing their marketing, you're shipping it, you're literally packaging it, you're sending it out, you're finding your clients, you're getting the recruits, you're doing everything.
It's going to save you the startup cost that it would cost you in a traditional business.
How? You have to buy into it. You have to buy the inventory and you have to maintain recruits. You have to literally trick and lie. And if anyone's ever been recruited to an MLM, let me know if that person was a friend or a family member, okay? Because it gets so scummy because like that's their network of people, are their friends and their family. So when they start doing that to like the people closest to them, which is often how it goes, that just like really pisses me off.
You can build a team, build a network, leverage yourself.
You see, what does that mean? Leverage yourself. What in the jargon, leverage yourself? Like, what does that even mean? Like, I'm leveraging okay, how do I even use that in a sentence? I leverage myself at work when I clock in? Like, what? What in the buzzword? You have no idea what you're talking about, dude. Like, I'm losing brain cells listening to him. Now we're pivoting to people that left MLMs and to hear from them. I think that's a very interesting perspective because they were once in it and now they're out of it. So they know more about MLMs than I would, for example, but they're not in it anymore. So there's no monetary benefit for them to push their brand.
About this in a future YouTube video, but when you leave an MLM, a multi-level marketing company, you get to actually figure out what you like. Because when you are in an MLM, you are turning every aspect of your life into content and constantly trying to find people to buy your product or recruit into your MLM. Every show I did, every time I met new people, I saw them as potential recruits.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, that's how it is. Literally, the amount of money you make is dependent on how many people you recruit, because that makes you more money than selling the actual product. Like, that's one part of it. But you're not trying to continue selling the products. You don't want that burden on you. You want to pass that down line so that you don't have to do it as much anymore.
I just got harassed by an Alloy girl at a gas station, and we were talking for 30 minutes, and I thought she genuinely was interested in me and my life, and that she genuinely admired my businesses and these things that I'm doing. And then she was like asking me about like, wow, and are you always interested in diversifying your investments? And I was answering, and I thought that I was genuinely talking to another
This is an epidemic. This is like a thing that's happening where women will approach women like at Target, at Walmart, at the grocery store, at the gas station to try to recruit them into their MLM. That's crazy.
Entrepreneur girl who was interested in being an entrepreneur and having entrepreneur friends and was trying to be friends with me. And no, she was trying to get me to join her MLM. And then I was trying to tell her, please don't join Amway. Please don't quit your job for this. Like, they take advantage of people. They try to recruit people to have under them so that they can get money from them. And
Right. That's exactly, that's how the system is set up. Exactly.
I think I'm trying to save her. And then all of a sudden she's like, I'm pretty much done with this interaction. And then just goes. And I'm like, would you like my card? And she was basically like, no. And I was like, because she's like, I don't need your business. And I was like, well, I met more as pals. And she was basically like, no. And it was, and then in that moment, I realized that she was trying to recruit me that whole time and had no interest in anything about me. And that was the only.
Why was she talking to someone she met at the gas station for 30 whole minutes? What part of the country does she live in? Because I could never. I don't think anyone would approach me to try to put me in MLM. I get approached a lot for like directions, like, but I don't think anyone would try to recruit me in MLM because you know what? The conversation wouldn't last longer than 3 seconds. Oh, you know what? Someone did approach me to try to get me to go to their church. And it's weird because we ran into each other again later on and she didn't remember that she had ran into me and already tried to bring me into her church. She was like, oh, you should come to this church, blah, blah, blah. And I've been to churches before. I have no problem like, you know, joining people in like service or going to mass or anything like that. But I saw her doing this to multiple people. Like I would see her like out and about in town, going up to people, like random people that she doesn't know to try to recruit them. Like, no, this is not like a church. This is not like a regular church. There's like something going on. But what I didn't like is that she would tell me about this. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not looking for, like, you're not my friend. So I'm not going to join you on this thing with you. You're not a family member. So I'm not going to join you on this thing. She just wanted me to like join, not for her, like for the experience. Cause she's literally a random lady whose name I never even knew. Okay. Try to get me to go to this church. And I'm like, well, like, no, I'm not going to go to like a church service in that context because I'm Muslim. Like I already have my own religion. And then like that didn't sway her at all. And I'm like, can you imagine if I just went up to people and I'm like, oh, come to the mosque. And they're like, you know, I'm like actually devout, like whatever. I'm like, okay, just still come to the mosque. Like, what? I'm sorry. That's like rude as hell.
I was an MLM leader for 10 years and I got out. It was hard. It can be very addicting. I made a lot of money, but it absolutely caused so much destruction in my life. It ruined my mental health. It ruined my finances. I'm talking about complete destruction of my finances. And sometimes I was afraid that it was going to cost me more than that. Read between the lines. And I'm trying to help people identify the predatory behaviors that I used and a lot of other.
Wow. That's actually, that's crazy of her to admit that that's what it is. It's predatory. I mean, it's good that she's admitting this. I do feel like we need people, like more insiders that have left to kind of share the schemes so that people know. Because there's obviously something successful about that. They're obviously doing something right because they're able to bring in people. I think they focus on specific demographics and they target certain kinds of individuals that are like going through something or like, I don't think it's just about the individual. I don't think it's just about targeting a certain individual. I think it's about targeting a certain individual that's at a specific transitional moment in their life, or so like they're going through something. Maybe they're recently a single mom, maybe they're going through a divorce, maybe there's something going on in them.
Or MLM leaders especially use. One thing that I specialized in was the know, like, and trust factor. I did many specialized trainings on this. And while I think that this can help some people that just don't know how to make friends, they have awkward personalities, they don't really have any self-awareness, it's used in MLM as monetary gain and as a manipulation tactic to recruit. So what the know, like, and trust factor is, if you want someone to join your team, you need to establish some kind of a friendship with them. You need them to know you, like you, and trust you. Hence the name.
This is like CIA operative level work.
So one thing that I would do is I would let them talk about themselves incessantly, because that is people's number one favorite subject, is themselves, their lives, their kids, their husband, their job, their pets. They love to talk about themselves. So I would engage people in their talking about their life, and I would ask questions and I would show interest, and this created like an emotional connection.
She's literally admitting to, I mean, like, obviously I don't like, she's out of it now and she's explaining it to us, which is a good thing, but that's just so crazy, like how blatant the methods are. It's like you literally have to manipulate.
I would also, this sounds simple, but it is powerful. I would use people's names. People love to hear their name. It sounds silly. You walk into the bank or...
Well, most people can't pronounce mine, so that wouldn't work on me.
Grocery store or anywhere in a public place, and people, you know, people say your name. Hey, Linda, how are you doing today? You know, people love to hear their names. It makes them feel important. It makes them feel like they have a connection with you. They love it. So those were just a couple of things that I would do.
So a lot of you might not know this, but I was at the top of an MLM, not the tippy top, but I was like in the middle of the pyramid. And I have had a lot of revelations since leaving that you can only have once you've left. But one of the things that blows my mind now, being out of it, is you're literally a volunteer. 1% of people, like less than 1% of people in multi-level marketing companies make money. What does that mean for the other 99%?
That is what we all know is true and what we believe, but it's very validating to hear it from someone on the inside. Yeah, you're volunteering. You're working for free so that the top 1, or she said less than 1% of people make all the money. You're taking on the burden of marketing, of selling, of like ruining your friendships, of trying to get recruits. You're doing all of that for the person above you. That's why you're always trying to increase your downline, because, oh, you don't like doing this, and recruit more people so that they can do it on your behalf.
They're either losing money or not making any money, but either way, they are volunteering their time. You're a volunteer unless there is a paycheck, unless there is benefits, unless there is financial compensation. You're literally a volunteer.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is like there are no benefits in this. Like what? There's no health insurance. There's no... Okay, so that's all the MLM talk. That was kind of a teaser of the MLM stuff I've been seeing on TikTok. I just want to go through some of them, go through some different ones, talk about them, see what you guys think. Yeah, let me know if anyone has ever approached you to get you into an MLM, or like it's like very culty. It's very, very culty. And I do find it very interesting that it's different types of products that are marketed to men and women. I mean, it makes sense, but it's just interesting to notice. And also let me know if you have noticed what I've noticed, which is that a lot of the skincare, beauty, I feel like targets women, and life insurance, financial stuff, I feel like targets men of color, like young men of color. Yeah, that's just what I've seen. Obviously, it's not 100% true, but I'm just like very interested in that as like a concept. It's like, why? Why is that a thing? But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.